Hello student, welcome in Department of Nanoscience and Nanotechnology, FIBSc paper 2nd class. In last lecture, we have been seen the different types of lattices. In that, we have been discussed Bravais lattices and three-dimensional lattices. So, today we are going to learn about Miller indices and interplanar distances. So, first of all, we will see Miller indices. Orientations of planes or faces in a crystal may be described in terms of their intercepts on the three axes. Consider plane ABC, which has intercepts 2 axial units on x-axis, 2 axial units on y-axis and 1 axial unit on z-axis as shown in figure A. The numerical parameters of the faces are 2, 2, 1. Therefore, its orientation is in bracket 2, 2, 1 bracket close. However, according to Miller, it is more useful to describe the orientation of a plane by the reciprocal of its numerical parameters rather than by its linear parameter. Such parameters are known as Miller indices. C. Consider plane A, B and C. This plane cut the x-axis at 2, y-axis at 2 and z-axis at 1. Therefore, its orientation is 2, 2, 1. Procedure for finding Miller indices. There are 4 steps for finding Miller indices. First one is, first find the intercepts x, y and z of the plane on the three axes in terms of lattice constants A, B and C. Second, express them in terms of axial units. Let x is equal to P1A, y is equal to P2B and z is equal to P3C. Take the reciprocal of the number P1, P2 and P3, that is we get 1 by P1, 1 by P2 and 1 by P3. Convert these reciprocals into whole numbers by multiplying each with their LCM L and bracket the result in the parenthesis. Therefore, H is equal to L by P1, K is equal to L by P2 and L is equal to L by P3. Here, H, K, L are called Miller indices. The steps in the determination of Miller indices of a crystal plane are illustrated with the help of figure A. So, by applying the first step for finding Miller indices is find the intercepts on the axis in terms of the lattice constants A, B, C. As we shown, a plane ABC which has intercepts 2 axial units on x-axis, 2 axial units on y-axis and 1 axial unit on z-axis. Therefore, x has intercept 2a, y has intercept 2b and z has intercept c. Next step is express them in terms of axial unit. Therefore, x is equal to P1a, y is equal to P2b and z is equal to P3c. Compare twice a and P1a, we get P1 is equal to 2. Compare twice b and P2b, we will get P2 is equal to 2. And compare c and P3c, we will get P3 is equal to 1. Then take the reciprocals of the numbers P1, P2 and P3. So P1 is 2, therefore its reciprocal is 1 by 2. P2 is also 2, therefore its reciprocal is 1 by 2. And P1 is 1, so its reciprocal is 1 by 1. Then convert these reciprocals into whole numbers by multiplying each with their LCM. Their LCM is 2. Therefore, H is equal to 2 into half, that is 1. K is equal to 2 into half, that is 1. And L is equal to 2 into 1 by 1 is 2. And the last step is enclose them in bracket. Thus, Miller indices of the plane as shown in figure A are 1, 1, 2. Next topic is interplanar distances. Interplanar distance is the spacing between two parallel planes in a given cell. To obtain the formula for interplanar distance, consider a simple unit cell in which the coordinate axes are perpendicular to each other. Figure shows the unit cell of a crystal. Consider a plane ABC having Miller indices HKL. This plane belongs to family of planes whose Miller indices are HKL because Miller indices represent a set of parallel planes. The distance ON is the interplanar distance of the family of planes. Let it be D. That is ON is equal to small d. Let alpha dash, beta dash and gamma dash be the angles between coordinate axes x, y and z and ON respectively. The intercepts of the plane ABC on the three axes are OA is equal to A by H, OB is equal to B by K and OC is equal to C by L. These are the intercepts where H, K, L are Miller indices. As ON is normal to the plane ABC, see ON is normal to the plane ABC. This is the right angle triangle. Cosine angle means adjacent side divided by hypotenuse. Therefore, cos of alpha dash is equal to ON divided by OA. ON is D. Therefore, it is equal to D by OA. Also, cos of beta dash is equal to D by OB and cos of gamma dash is equal to D by OC. Therefore, cos of alpha dash is D by OA, cos of beta dash is D by OB and cos of gamma dash is D by OC. This is equation 2. Therefore, using equation 1 and 2 we get, put the value of OA is equal to A by H here, OB is equal to B by K here and OC is equal to C by L is here. So, we get cos of alpha dash is equal to DH by A, cos of beta dash is equal to dk by b and cos of gamma dash is equal to dl by c. Then according to the law of direction cosines, cos of alpha dash plus cos of beta dash plus cos of gamma dash is equal to 1. Then put the values of cos of alpha dash, cos of beta dash and cos of gamma dash. We get d square h square by a square plus d square k square by b square plus d square l square by c square is equal to 1. Then d square is common, so take d square outside the bracket. Therefore, d square into h square by a square plus k square by b square plus a square by c square is equal to 1. Take this bracket on other side. Therefore, d square is equal to 1 by h square by a square plus k square by b square plus a square by c square. Then, taking the square root on both sides, we will get d is equal to 1 by square root of h square by a square plus k square by b square plus l square by c square. This is equation 3. So, equation 3 is known as expression for interplanar distance. Then, case first. For cubic system, A is equal to B is equal to C. Therefore, equation 3 becomes D is equal to 1 by under root of h square by a square plus k square by a square plus l square by a square. A square is common, so D is equal to 1 by under root of h square plus k square plus l square whole divided by a square. Taking square on both sides, d square is equal to 1 divided by h square plus k square plus l square whole divided by a square. Here a is denominator, so it will get on at numerator. Therefore, d square is equal to a square divided by h square plus k square plus l square. Then taking square root on both sides, d is equal to a divided by square root of h square plus k square plus l square. This is the equation for interplanar distance in cubic system. Then case second, for tetragonal system, A is equal to B. So equation 3 becomes, therefore D is equal to 1 divided by under root of h square by a square plus k square by a square plus l square by c square. Here we put A is equal to B. Therefore, D is equal to 1 whole divided by under root of h square plus k square whole divided by a square plus l square by c square. Therefore, DHKL is equal to, in bracket, h square plus k square by a square plus l square by c square bracket raised to minus half. This is the equation for interplanar distance in tetragonal system. Next is crystal directions and planes. In figure C, the vector r passing through origin O and a lattice point is shown. The position vector r, can be expressed in terms of fundamental translation vectors, vector A, vector B and vector C, which form the crystal axis. That is, vector r is equal to n1 vector A plus n2 vector B plus n3 vector C, where n1, n2, n3 are integers. The C axis is not shown in figure because vector r is lying in AB plane. The components of vector r along the three axes are n1 is equal to 2, n2 is equal to 3 and n3 is equal to 0, because C axis is not shown in figure. Then the crystal direction denoted by vector r is written as 2, 3, 0 in the Miller notation with square bracket enclosing indices. If there is negative component along a crystal axis such as -3, it is written as bar 3 and read as bar 3. So these are crystal directions and planes. In next lecture we will see simple cubic, body centered cubic and face centered cubic structures, their atomic radius, the number of atoms in a unit cell, the coordination number and the packing fraction. Thank you so much.